Hello and welcome. I'm Digital Micro. You're on the Digital Micro Trading Journal channel, day trading for an ROI payout. No trade recommendations, just my trade journal. We've got price action order flow for Wednesday, April 5th, and there is an 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard news catalyst. So I'm going to go over price action imbalances, draws on liquidity levels, order flow levels. My narrative right now, my idea for the journal is this MES, the price action on the large time frame. Where are we after the Q1 window dressing and the first day of the month markup? Are we able to support the high prices? So I'm going to cover that. We start with the 24-hour chart. Let's get right to it. S&P Micro Futures 24-hour chart. So let's just go back to the 31st with the window dressing. This was a huge bar up, closing out the week, the month, the quarter. And then Monday of this new week, we had the new week open gap here, 4323. And we continue because what was that? That was the first of the month. And we've got major funds that just have to buy with their retirement fund accounts. There's new money to put into the market. So a 2-day rally. We go all the way up here to 72, call it 4172. And then Tuesday, we're done with the markup of the quarter. We're done with the first of the month. We come back down to the new week open gap, and here it brings us to Wednesday. So non-farm payroll, vacation week with the holidays, and we're dipping into this fair value gap. This red line is basically denoting an area of interest that I've got, 4,088, call it 4,089, and I'm thinking price at some point this week closes this imbalance because this is a buy-side imbalance, sell-side inefficiency, and it comes back from last Friday. Let's go to the next chart on the 60-minute. So my trade idea for the journal, I'm just putting transpose the 24-hour fair value gap I just showed on the 60-minute. So we've got the 60-minute right here. And notice my target, which was 87.89, goes into this new week open gap. And again, I'm looking for that to be a price magnet this week, and that is the March 6 new week open gap. So new week open gap from this week, and price goes down and hits some point this new week open gap. And we just, again, this is the yellow rectangle, which happens to be the March 31st 24-hour fair value gap. So that kind of frames my trade idea for the rest of the week and on the 60-minute. Let's go to the 15-minute next. So this is the bellwether 15-minute chart for me. And we go back and encapsulate Tuesday's trade where we go all the way down to the sell side of 41.15. That was the low of the day, and with the minus 545 delta. And you can see the strength of the hit on the order flow here, really deep bar. And then when we started the Asia Globex, we were in the zone where we were on April 3rd. So we haven't been able to really have escape velocity above 41.3275. And then New York midnight open, it matched a 3 a.m. pivot for Europe, and that is 4130.75. 4130.75. From there, we dumped in Europe, and we're down here. We're playing around with the 4118. So the idea here is sell stops below, definitely. And of course, the question is, are we going to go to 4100 with the economic news report of 8:30? So that kind of summarizes the idea on the 15-minute. It'd be null and void if we start to go out of this new week open gap above. The pivot here is 4139, so 4140. If we start to see RTH trade above that, then that could be a problem for anything happening before non-farm payroll below 4,100. But I'm just watching price right now, and I don't have any trades on. I'm completely flat. Let's go to the Renko to wrap this. Okay, we have the Renko chart here, and so this little line here is delineating Wednesday the 5th, and before we had Tuesday the 4th, and you can see how we closed up. Blue Keltner above 41.4875, blue Keltner below right at that 4100, just a little above it, 4102. And the red line here coming in right where the HAMA is too at 4125.50. And what I'm looking at is the day one volume weighted average price for Wednesday so far. Price is staying under that. It's guilty until proven innocent. Until price can stay above that, which again is coming in on the day one at 4127.25. So I'm watching day one VWAPs on my chart, and this basically the Renko showing me that even though we've got indicators that we've got long signals here with the deltas, I'm not wanting to be long. And if we did raise high enough, I'm looking for a setup, and I'll start looking for setups at that 30.75 price number. So that will be one of my first things. And 30.75 comes in right about here. So that was the New York midnight open and the Europe pivot for New York time at 3 a.m. So that's it. That's a wrap. Again, holiday trade conditions exist. I think there's a lot of people not trading today, but again, I just want to sharpen the edge. So that's where we're at. You take care. Aloha. Bye.